Greetings. Welcome back to the Spirit Walker channel. So today we're going to talk about this idea of the CERN connection. The first thing is the first thing that I wanted to say is that this is just part one of the video. I don't want the videos to be too lengthy, so please don't watch just part one or part two. You're not going to get the full picture, so please make sure that you watch both. They are very clearly labeled part one and part two. They have the same title, so please watch both to catch the full picture. Those that have seen my videos in the past, there is a video that I released some time ago about Mandela Effect and quantum computing, suggesting that quantum computing cannot be the source of the Mandela Effect. And some people asked me about CERN, which is the other suspect that a lot of people point to. And I didn't put in a video about CERN because I actually think that there is a connection. There must be a connection, although it may not be, perhaps it's not the connection that we think it is. Maybe CERN is not causing the Mandela Effect, but there is a connection, and this is exactly what we are going to discuss in these two videos, part one and part two. And I repeat, I ask you to watch both, not just one. But I repeat that I think that the human consciousness is the cause of the Mandela Effect. So that there is something happening with humanity that we are transcending, we are stepping up to a new level of awareness, and we are rising up to the plate, so to speak. We are taking our place in the cosmos, and we are changing the way that we think. Our consciousness is changing, and we are becoming more and more aware of the power that we have. And I think that this is causing the Mandela Effect. But then what is the CERN connection? So I'm going to give you, in the interest of front focus, I'm going to give you here what the conclusion is, what I think the conclusion is. Folks at CERN, or the Illuminati cabal that has financed CERN, using your taxpayer funds, which is the way that they do it. So their money is the money that they have stolen from humanity. So I think that they are trying to use CERN to counteract the impact of human consciousness on the timeline. So human consciousness is shifting our reality to a reality in which we are going to be governed by love and compassion. And the Illuminati cabal, the Luciferians, they are trying to use technology to prevent that from happening. This, I think, this is what it makes sense to me, and I would like to get your views. So please comment on the comment section below, and we are going to discuss this in these two videos. I don't want the videos to be very lengthy, so I decided to put in two videos instead of one. Now, then the first question is, why do you think that there is a connection with CERN? Well, the obvious answer is that the folks at CERN themselves are telling you there is a connection at CERN because they are telling you. It's amazing, what they are telling you if you know how to look at the material that they are putting out, the videos that they are putting out. It's just unbelievable. It's not even subtle anymore. Some people would say, well, they're trying to do it in a subtle way. It's not subtle. It's in your face. It's just openly, blatantly obvious that they're trying to tell us something. That they're trying to tell us that they are connected with maybe either the Mandela Effect or trying to counteract the Mandela Effect. And they're also linked with Luciferianism, and they're telling us just openly. They're linked with occultism as well, and they're also telling us openly. And there's quite a lot of resources that you can use to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to show you something that is really very interesting. Is this video by this gentleman, and his channel is 17 Stormy 17. The video is Mandela Effect, Happy at CERN, Math Magicians, Magic Circles, and the Mastery of Time. So if you please have a look at that. This researcher does an excellent work at showing what CERN is trying to tell us in a very obvious way. His video is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to put a link in the comment area below. And this is the guy that they are using to tell you what CERN is doing in relation to the Mandela Effect. And this video, 17 Stormy 17, go through everything really in detail. I'm not going to just replicate here because he has already done a fantastic job. So this crazy scientist there is telling us everything that is linking CERN with the Mandela Effect, and this is in their own video. So it's not even a truther that managed to get some information and slip it out of the security system. And so this is actually in their own video. They're telling us openly what they're doing. Now, the same researcher, 17 Stormy 17, has a very interesting discussion video on another production by CERN, which is this video called Symmetry, where they openly show you occult symbols. So there you go, that's the salt circle, where you imprison an entity, you imprison Satan. That's an occult ritual that they're showing you in front of your face. They're showing you blatantly, openly, and linking that with the science that they're doing at CERN. And then you ask, hang on a second, aren't scientists supposed to be materialists? Aren't scientists supposed to be all against occultism and all against what they see as superstition? Well, not at CERN. These guys know what they're doing. These are Luciferians. Maybe not everyone in CERN, because there are a lot of people that have no idea what they're actually contributing to. But the big wigs at CERN, they know what they're doing. It's all about Luciferianism, and it's all about trying to counteract the ascension that human consciousness is reaching at this stage. Then there is this other very macabre example of a satanic ritual. Some people say that it was a mockery, and it could maybe it was a mockery, I'm not sure, but it's even a simulated satanic ritual is still a satanic ritual. You're still invoking forces from the lower astral regions, even if you are just simulating a satanic ritual. So just go and do a search on YouTube, the satanic ritual, CERN, etc. You're going to have many videos talking about this. Again, I'm not going to discuss the video. There are quite a lot of people that do this really very well. And then the final piece of evidence that I wanted to raise here is this absolutely horrifying spectacle, this extremely bad taste spectacle that they presented at the opening at the St. Gothard tunnel in Switzerland, which is close to CERN, which was extremely clearly a satanic ritual. You see the screams of despair and defiance from Baphomet, from Satan. You see the souls, the lost souls in the lower astral. There you go. They're there, the ghosts of the lower astral, the lower entities that they're trying to invoke to their ranks. There you see Baphomet. And they're trying to hide, or he's trying to hide his own face, obscuring his face, and the whole thing was absolutely macabre. And I have no idea how someone in their right mind would come up with a caper like this, if they're not, of course, Satanists. Because when you realize that they are Satanists, then it all makes sense. So there you go, the all-seeing eye and everything. So again, look at the opening of the tunnel in Switzerland, St. Gothard, and you're going to see that that's quite a lot of commentary on these absolutely macabre satanic ritual that was performed in theoretically civilized Switzerland. Now, one thing that I wanted to say here, and this is going to be the end of part 1, so please go and watch part 2, otherwise you're not going to get it, is so already in preparation for part 2, which is where we're going to delve into the actual the actual mechanics of the whole thing. I just wanted to remind us of something. Is the negative path, the path of service to self, is the path of separation from God, is the path that Erwin Laszlo calls incoherence. So you're not trying to get your soul back to unity with God, you're actually trying to get away from God. So you're living under the lie, under the influence that you are separate from God, and you're going to look for your own way of doing things and all of that stuff. Now, when you do that, you're severing your connection with God. You're severing your connection, even though God still wants you to be connected, but you're making a conscious decision that and that's not the path that you want to go. You're severing your connection with God. You're losing the power that God allows you, that God gives you, and that is going to be the key to what we're going to discuss in the second part of the video. I hope to see you there. Thank you guys very much. So see you soon.